Skip Martin's Friends and Legends podcast.
Hi, friends and families. I'm Skip Martin, and this is Keith Harrison on my Friends and Legends podcast. I had the tongue-tied thing there for a minute. So, Keith is incredible. Comes from the group called Heatwave and Phaso, and we go way back. And we had interviewed a couple days ago. We went, took showers, and came put the same shit
Yeah.
back on so we could do it again. so, so we could do it again.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so welcome back, you guys. I want to go into some other things with Keith because we didn't get a chance to actually talk about a couple of these other things.
Okay.
So, along the way, with all the music that we do, there are certain things that really formed what we have to deal with out here,
Right.
and that our challenges have been kind of, I said, embraced and comforted by
Mm-hmm.
long-standing relationship. Tell me about the queen of your life that has
Oh, wow.
just settled you in so many ways.
I met my wife in high school. She's my high school sweetheart. We dated 7 years and we've been married 52 years.
Isn't
We
that
have
something?
two beautiful daughters. They're 10 years apart, 50 and 40. I have four beautiful grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest daughter has two boys, 13 and 11, 14 and 11. And my youngest daughter has a daughter and a son, 11 and 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, uh, that was our reasoning for moving from Dayton to Indianapolis because my
Mm-hmm.
daughters have been here over 20 years and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be closer to family.
Right.
Uh, but my wife has stuck behind me through the ups and the downs,
Mm-hmm.
the ins and the outs, the
Mm-hmm.
trials, tribulations. She's at one time I remember saying, "I don't want to do this no more," and
Mm-hmm.
she pushed me into the studio and said, "You're not gonna stop. You better get to writing." And
Mm-hmm.
that right there, man, was something I'll never forget, which let me know that she really supports me in my
Mm-hmm.
music. Because when we got married, I said, music is what's gonna take care of us. It's what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
put a roof over our head, food on our table,
Mm-hmm.
and and I need a strong woman to make that happen. And
Mm-hmm.
she did. And in this business, how you're out on the road and all these different groupies and stuff be coming at you, and you're trying to fight
Mm-hmm.
them off, and
Mm-hmm.
rumors and stuff get out. Uh, and you just got to find a way to get through that stuff. So uh, one of the things that I did, I bought me a Casio keyboard, a drum
Mm-hmm.
machine, and a 4-track tape recorder. And instead of going to the big parties and stuff, I would go to my
Mm-hmm.
hotel room and just start tracking,
Mm-hmm.
just start tracking tracks. So that
Mm-hmm.
kept me pretty grounded. But
Yeah.
the road can be very tempting. It can be very tempting, especially when you're on top. You got
Yeah.
things coming at you left and right, drug dealers, groupies,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just all kind of things.
Situations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
situations. You
Yeah.
know, trying to get at you
And
and
choices.
yeah, and choices.
You know.
So she's been, I'm telling you, beautiful as ever. I love her to death. No, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Mm-hmm.
her to the end. Let me put it like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, uh, but we are well grounded in each other, and we support each other in whatever we do.
Well, that's such a beautiful thing, man. And I can see that. And she's like, to me, your brother. So she's like sister.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
never acknowledge you without saying and say hello to my girl, give her a kiss.
Yes,
because
yes,
that's, she's as part,
yeah,
much a part of you as your
yeah,
eyeballs are,
yes,
so,
exactly.
so we feel that the same way. I've been blessed with the same kind of scenario. It's been 30
Hmm.
years now.
Oh,
Um,
awesome,
and
awesome.
in September, it'll be 30 years.
Yeah,
Um,
that's great. That's
and
fantastic.
we've had to go through the wars, and we've had to go through things
Yeah,
and
yeah,
identifying what was going on with each other
yeah.
and what was happening. And but those I wanted to bring that up because with all the madness, all the craziness that we go through as musicians and
Hmm.
as our personalities, because we tend to be pretty, how do you say, outwardly,
Yeah,
personalities.
yeah,
And in order to have somebody with us, they've got to be
yeah.
silent and strong,
Yes, you
quiet
do.
and strong, and both
Yeah,
of us have been fortunate enough to have that, that strong piece. And for those that wonder out there in the world, how men like ourselves and women as well, how do we find that one to be with us all the time? And I've figured out in my mind, this is my answer to that. We stay where we have peace.
right, right.
If there's no peace at home, there's no marriage.
That's right.
You've got to be able to rely on that peace, that
Yes.
that strong peace. And it might seem like an oxymoron, strong and peaceful, but they do go together, you know.
Hmm.
And when those times get hard and you're going through it, I heard something the other day that I would rather be, see, I said, I would rather be loved. I want to be loved by the one that is, how was that phrase? I'd rather be loved in the one that's going to love me the most and appreciate me the most when I'm at my worst.
Hmm.
Okay? The one that's going to, when I'm doing my worst, that person's going to still love and appreciate me more than
Right,
ever.
right.
Versus somebody, and that's the right person to be with. The wrong person to
Yeah,
be with is the one that you can never be. At your best, you're never
right.
enough.
Yeah, yeah.
But the one to be with is the one that's at your worst, you're still appreciated. And
Yes,
that is the key to it,
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
you know? And
Yeah,
so I really feel that with my woman, with Seville and what have you. It's at your worst. And the same thing for her. At the
yeah,
worst we've
yeah,
gone through,
yeah.
I still, well, that's all right. I still want you. Shoot. That's okay. So, hey, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so that's another thing. And then the other part of that structure thing for us that people don't get a chance to talk about is our relationship with our children.
yes.
That's another interesting dynamic.
Now, my grandson, my 11-year-old grandson,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be a beast. He's
Mm-hmm.
musical fine.
Yep.
So I'm working with him, trying to guide him, the right way
Mm-hmm.
and and the safest way, and trying to hold his reins back because he wants to do everything. And he's good at doing that. I
Uh-huh.
said, you got time. You got time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to
Yep.
rush this great talent you have. You know,
It kind of
take it.
skips it kind of skips a generation and it comes back
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
because I
yeah.
have a granddaughter that's like that running around here. We have this blanket. The blanket, she's 10 years old now. So the blanket does about six different things. The blanket is a tent, the blanket is a cape, the blanket is a sleeping blanket. The blanket is a ghost costume.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the fairy wings that she's so, let it flow, da,
Right,
da. And
right,
she's running
right.
around singing like that. I mean, it's so many things, and
Yes, yes.
that generation they tend to take what's been given. It just comes out of them. We're like, where
Yeah,
did you get that from? Really? And
yeah.
it's just it's just something that's in them, in that generation. So that's a blessing to have that
That
and
is a blessing.
watch that develop, and to try to help them with that. And some things are just there's just thicker than water, and that
That's true.
you
Yeah.
can see it come out of the people that are in us. Uh, I want to
Yeah.
share with you this for you, Keith, because we have been through the key to the success and the longevity in what we are doing
Yes.
is
Exactly.
being able to shake things off.
Right. Right.
So I got to tell you the story about the farmer and the goat. So
Okay.
the farmer had this goat. The goat fell down into a well. When he fell down into a well, the farmer got a rope and put it down there and kind of jostled it around, so it went around the neck of the goat, and he started pulling the goat up, and the goat chewed the rope and fell back into the well. So then he got this mesh pad, and he put this mesh thing down there, and he put it underneath it, configured it, put it underneath the goat, and started pulling the goat, but the goat started kicking and what have you, and kept falling out and fell back into the well. So the farmer just said, okay, I know what I'm going to do. So he just started shoveling dirt into the well. He shoveled the dirt, and the dirt would go on the back of the goat, and the goat would do like this and shake it off. And he just shovel some more, and then the goat would shake it off. Eventually, the farmer filled up the well with dirt, and the goat was standing on top of the dirt because he kept shaking it off
Oh,
and walked out of the well in front of it. So the metaphor for that is, in order to survive in this business, whatever happens to you, you just have to shake it off, because one day you'll be able to walk right out in front of them and just say, "Look at me now."
look at me now. Wow. Look. You silly man. Look at me now.
Ah,
That-
so
That's
just
hilarious.
shake it. Yeah, man. So whatever somebody puts on you, no matter how many
That's right.
dispersions, no matter
Yeah.
how many things, difficult times, what have you, just shake it off.
Shake it off.
Because eventually you'll be able to walk right out in front of everybody and say,
Right.
"Look at me
Right.
now."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So these are some things
Yeah.
we have learned in in life, and traveling, and doing, and our unification things. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and some of the other things I think that we had to learn is that once we figure out that we don't always have to be right, everything comes to you.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
this, when you can take correction, when you don't have to be right, just back up and take it as what it is. What's the right thing to
It's true.
do
What's the right thing to do?
versus what's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are some lessons that we learned the hard way, but we learn it because we have our eyes open. Keith, you feel the
Hmm.
same way?
Skip Martin's Friends and Legends podcast, sponsored by Electric Shop Recording Studio, the best recording studio in Las Vegas, award-winning engineers, top-of-the-line equipment, and specialized service.
Yeah. Yeah. We do. You know, I've learned some hard lessons. You know how you hate it to hear your dad always say, "I told you, I told you." I got so tired of
Mm-hmm.
hearing that. And I said I wasn't going to do that to my kids, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because I don't want to just say I told you,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to show you, you
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, uh, the mistakes and how to correct those mistakes and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
life, man, we never know uh, what's coming before us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we we get up, we thank the Lord every day for waking us up, giving us a new day, and you go about your day, and you may have something planned, but it's not always God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
You, you know,
Mm-hmm.
He may have something else in store for you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So those kind of things, are uh, unexpected,
Mm-hmm.
and you roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm.
You roll with the
Yeah.
punches.
Yeah. You just had to, like Muhammad Ali. I learned a lot from him.
Yeah,
He was a a walking example of that scenario. He was rolling with the punches, and that was
yes.
showing us. Didn't know how literal that was going to end up being in my life down the
Hmm.
road. But we
Hmm.
saw a man over there. Ooh, the guy was
Yeah,
hitting. He just rolling with the guy hitting
rolling
it.
with it.
So it
The
never
rope is
really.
dope.
He wasn't standing there like I ain't gonna take bam. I ain't gonna take bam. No, he was and just roll with it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, all
yeah.
right. So again, he was doing what the goat did. He was shaking it off. you
So
know.
here's another thing too. When I turned 18, I asked my mom. I said, "Mom, does anybody else in the family play piano?" And she said, "Come here, boy." And we had this piano that was in our playroom, and there
Mm-hmm.
was a hymn book that always sat on the piano.
Mm-hmm.
She sat down in front of that piano, man. She opened up that hymn book and started reading and playing. And I
Mm.
was like, I said, Mama, why? You could have been teaching me. She said, your father told me to never let you know that I could play music because he didn't want you to be in music. Man, I was so angry and so mad.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't believe it. I said,
Mm-hmm.
but you could have been teaching me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you already had it in you. God gave you a gift, and I knew you were going to be musically inclined because when you were in my womb, every time I would put on music, you would pat your foot.
Mm-hmm.
So she
Mm-hmm.
said, God had birthed that gift. She said, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's now again, going back to what I said, my father didn't want me to be in the music, but that's what pushed me to
Mm-hmm.
pursue it.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, be- because he had always said, music's nothing but drugs, alcohol, and bad things. And I would always say, Dad, but that's on the individual. But he wasn't lying.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't lying. If you
Mm-hmm.
allowed yourself to get caught up in that,
Mm-hmm.
because it's always around
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of the things I appreciate about the Dazz Band. When we hired Bill as
Mm-hmm.
our security, he kept that riffraff away from us,
Mm-hmm.
so we could go on and enjoy, uh, our venture on the road and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of him, have you ever talked to him, or is he still living?
Which one?
Bill.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I think Bill is still around. Bill went through some changes for a while.
Yeah,
And even
he was
some of the
always
downs,
crazy.
some caught up to him a little bit here and there, but from Bill Boyer, that was his name.
Bill Boyer.
And yeah, and he's still around from what I understand.
Okay.
And I just came out of Cleveland, Ohio for a quick thing that I just did, and I ran into Ray Calabrese. And Ray
Oh yeah,
Calabrese and Joe Simone were our true initial managers and made that
yeah,
kind of direction for us, what
yeah,
have
yeah,
and
yeah,
I have learned some things. I think uh, I had to figure out some things because pride about certain type of things, certain quality
hmm,
uh, things about it. I had enough. People may not understand, but I would always I was instilled with a certain protocol and a certain standard for performance, for rehearsing,
yeah,
for excellence.
yeah.
And Ray Calabrese and Joe Simone, they instilled that certain level
They
of
did.
excellence. And for me, when that tone of excellence was changed, that's when I changed. For I was like it was gone. and
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted it to be
Yeah.
about that protocol, that excellence. If I'm going to do it, do it. If I'm
Yeah.
going to sing it, sing it,
Dang it.
and put the time in and be about it. So, but I also have learned that that was a great protocol to get us through the hard times and the challenges to be the best. But
Right.
once we have established that and done that, then my focus should be on those that got us there and appreciated us, and they appreciated us in a time where I didn't see them. Literally, when I say I didn't see them, when I
Mm-hmm.
was doing all this stuff in the beginning, I couldn't see them because my eyes were so bad. I never saw the audience. I was
Wow.
stage fright when I actually did see the people. They put glasses on my eyes, like when we were playing that place at the Indian place, and I got my eyes fixed, and I saw all the people looking at me. I got stage fright, forgot all the damn words. I'm like, I saw all these people looking at me. I'm like, what y'all looking at?
Man, the audience energizes me. Oh, they
Oh,
energize so much.
yeah, it energized me too. But I never saw their eyes. I never saw their
Right.
mouths. I didn't see their their lips. I didn't see their expressions. I just saw these heads with no
Yeah.
faces on them. And so I felt like, well, I'm an ostrich with my head in the sand. So if I can't see you, you can't see me. So I go out there and act a fool. It didn't
Yeah.
matter. And then I went around and messed around and got my eyes fixed, and I saw the people looking at me like this. I'm like, what y'all looking at?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my goodness. But I was
Yes.
hiding behind not being able to see them. That's why I always wore
Yeah.
glasses. That's why I'm on that American Bandstand. And
Mm-hmm.
Joe Simone didn't want me to wear my glasses. I put on my glasses so I could play that other character. Don't wear the
Yeah.
glasses. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wear these glasses because
I
it
know
helps
that's
me to
right.
be somebody else, you
Right.
know,
Right.
that I'm
Right.
really not. You
Yeah.
know, so that was my way of hiding it and masking it. And now I've just kind of gotten used to my eyes being fixed, so now I can see the audience. But I
Yeah.
had some moments. I had a couple of times in my career where I saw the people and just lost it. Two of them were with Dazz Band. One of them was with Cool in the Gang. Sang that song "Cherish" 1,000 times. Doing that thing in the Monte Carlo, and the catwalk dropped me off right in front of a table that had Steffi, Princess Steffi, Prince Edward Monaco, and Knight. What's his name? The great, like our modern Mozart.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Elton John,
Yeah.
Sir Elton John,
Yeah.
sitting there at
Yeah.
a table in front of me, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, forgot all the words. I couldn't remember not one thing. What you got?
That,
Was
that
that?
that sorry about that. Was my daughter calling.
Oh, okay,
I,
okay.
I had put
Yeah.
it
So,
on.
any so I've had some moments where I just went
Well,
stage
see,
right,
look,
just went
you've been
blank.
around some of the biggest heavyweights in the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Woo,
Which
man.
that's truly a blessing, man. That's the
Yeah.
other thing that music offers us, to be around people we grew up on, uh,
Yes.
people who are doing the same thing we're doing, uh, and it's like one big family. I always said, recording artists should automatically be able to go to concerts free.
Uh
You know,
huh.
it should be like a union, like you
Mm-hmm.
had your union card. You
Right.
just pay monthly dues, or
Right. Right.
annual dues to have this card that you
Mm-hmm.
present, that shows that you are a recording artist and that you can get into concerts.
Mm-hmm. That
You know,
should be.
we shouldn't have to pay to go to see each other, especially
You
when we
know.
just played on the show together.
Right. Right. Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of that, how will people reach out to you, Keith, and then follow you from these podcasts? Since we
Okay,
are,
they can
tell us
follow me.
quickly.
You can follow me on my email, KEISAM, like Sam, 218 at gmail.com. You can follow me on Facebook, just type in Keith Harrison. You can follow me on Instagram, and you can follow me on Messenger.
All right. Well, you guys heard it right here, listening to Keith Harrison, yours truly, Skip Martin. Want to thank you so much, Keith, for this episode 2, as well as follow-up,
I want to
continuation
thank
from
you for
episode
having me,
1.
man. This has been
Man,
great.
hey, it's been a story, man. Again, you're part of my life, and I'm a part of yours, and I just wanted to share our lives with those people out there and let you feel a little bit of what we're doing. And the fact
Yes,
that
yes.
we
You're
don't
doing a
play no
great job.
games. Thank you for coming and checking us out on Friends and Legends podcast. Keith Harrison from Phaso, from Heatwave, from the Dazz Band, and yours truly, Skip Martin.
Skip
Till we
Martin.
talk to you again, remember my phrase: don't play no
Ain't no
games.
games.
I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Thanks, Keith.
All
Love you,
right.
man. All
Take care,
right.
everybody.